We're on the south coast of New South Wales, checking up on some of Australia's feathered coastal residents, the endangered pied oystercatcher. Joining us are a group of dedicated local volunteers, just a few of the hundreds who look after shorebirds across our coastline.
We're out here on a peninsula between the ocean and Doris Lake. Coastal lake entrance areas are prime shorebird habitat, providing wonderful foraging opportunities for beach nesting shorebirds, and especially for the listed as endangered pied oystercatcher.
Pied oystercatchers lay their eggs in a shallow scrape in the sand. The dedicated parents will take turns incubating the eggs, feeding the chicks, and defending their nest and offspring from predators and competitors. All up, this process can take around 9 weeks.
Once the nests are discovered, we become the sort of carriers of poles and wires and whatever to put the fencing up.
And then, monitor it pretty regularly to see what's happening.
It's easy for volunteers to visit the site almost on a daily basis.
The volunteers keep a close eye on the birds over the nesting season. At this site, they've built some natural shelters out of woody debris, which the birds have clearly learnt how to use. This year, the volunteer efforts have paid off, and they're celebrating a huge success.
We're being bombarded with often bad news environmental stories. The outcome here for beach nesting shorebirds is really outstanding. This is the best nesting season for pied oystercatchers. Over 30 years, we had 7 pied oystercatchers chicks successfully hatch in this area. It's a really heartwarming outcome.
Nobody knows the local birds and nesting sites better than these volunteers. And for Shorebird Officer Caitlin, this knowledge is crucial when it comes to the management of these threatened species.
So I've been doing this role for about 5 years now, and when I started I didn't know anything about shorebirds, so a lot of what I learned from our volunteers. It's really great to share that passion. They're so important to the program and rely on them to a whole bunch.
Good mates Paul and Jeff have lived in South Doris for around 40 years, and for them, the program is another way to look after their home.
I think there's a lot of people who come and enjoy what the coast and the beaches and everything else offers, but they're probably, a lot of them are unaware of, of what's here, and it's fairly fragile, and so unless we try to look after it a bit, I think those things that we've seen in the past will disappear, and they won't be there in the future.
I think one of the troubles is with all endangered species that, your average punter, your average layman who comes to the coast don't realise they're even endangered till they're gone. And they then might say, oh, I haven't seen the pied oystercatchers. Or, as we had today before we started, people turn up and say, oh, I think we're seeing more pied oystercatchers than we saw 10 years ago, and just casual visitors to Doris. So that's a wonderful thing.